This here is the 2022 Range Rover Sport. Now, if you guys remember, I had earlier brought you a video of the long wheelbase Range Rover a couple of months ago. But right now, here I am with the brand new Range Rover Sport. And I'll just take you through a quick walk around through the new model. So, the Range Rover Sport is available in four variants: the Dynamic SE, the Dynamic HSE, and the Launch Edition, and the Autobiography. This year is the Dynamic HSE variant. Prices range from 1.64 crore to 1.84 crore rupees ex showroom. This one here is 1.68 crore ex showroom. So let's begin. Let's take a closer look at what the new 2022 Range Rover Sport is all about. Come on. So starting with the front, as usual, you get the Range Rover badging on the bonnet. You have a silver finish front grille, and what you see here are digital headlamps, something similar what you've seen in the long wheelbase Range Rover, and they come with 1.3 million mirrors per headlamp. You also get DRLs out here, and you get these copper finish elements right across here, and honeycomb grill on the bottom at the air dam and up here as well. And these are the parking sensors. So it does get a very aggressive stance if you look at it up straight. So that's about it in the front. Let me take you to the side. So now to the side of the 2022 Range Rover Sport. First up, 22-inch alloys, finished in satin grey standard on this dynamic HSE package. This variant, you can go down to 20 inches or move up to 23 inches. Four sizes available: 20, 21, 22 and 23. Moving ahead, copper elements on the front fender, flush door handles. Open them, you have a logo projection on the ground. You have soft close function. Moving ahead, black contrast roof, looks great with the Firenze red paint shade. No D pillar, just a single glass panel moving towards the end. Roof spoiler, and wheelbase is longer by 64 mm, which liberates and translates into a longer wheelbase by 77 mm. So much bigger than before, but it doesn't affect the overall stance. Still looks very sporty. So that's right. That's the side. Let's move on to the rear. So the rear of the 2022 Range Rover Sport, and a quick look again at what's new. Out here, slim LED tail lamps with surface LEDs. If you can look at them from any angle, you will find them looking the same with the equal amount of brightness. Range Rover lettering out here, and let me open the tailgate now. That's the boot space, up by 55 liters from the previous gen Range Rover Sport. You can electronically fold down the rear seats. And if your front seat is all the way behind, that will automatically also move forward. You also have buttons to raise the suspension for easy loading. The buttons are located right here, and you also get a full mounted spare wheel. That's it. That's about the highlights of the rear, and now it's time to get inside. So now inside the new 2022 Range Rover Sport, and at first glance what you notice is the upmarket feel of the cabin over the previous gen Sport. It feels a lot more like the larger Range Rover, the Vogue, the long wheelbase. Fantastic leather finishing out here. First thing you see is the 13.7-inch digital instrument cluster, which you can customize the way you want it. You can choose from multiple displays. You can choose what display you want on the left screen or the right screen. So it's pretty customizable. In the center, 13.1-inch infotainment screen with the PV Pro software. Super slick to use. You have navigation, phone, and you have haptic feedback. So you get the feel of when you're touching the touchscreen, you know that the task has been performed. So going back to the whole home screen, close. Back here, when you go out here, right, so here now you can see, you can raise the suspension of the 2022 Range Rover Sport. Right now it's in access mode. The lowest setting, you have normal. Right now it's at the lowest spot. Like I said, you have normal. When you click normal, it rises, and it also shows you on the graphic the level of the height. Basically, press off-road and it goes up further, as you can see here. And now you are at your highest setting. Like I said before, 281 mm of ground clearance on this level of height and 161 mm at access height. Great. So now back to access. You can also program the car to automatically go down to access when you open the door, allowing for easy ingress and egress. Back to access height, other settings. So now the Range Rover Sport has water wading depth of 900 mm, up from 850 mm, which was on the previous generation car. This is your menu. This is your cabin lighting, which you can customize. You have different themes. You can set them, or you can set them to customizable color. Click customize. You can choose the the accent. You can choose different levels of colors. Accent is what you see here. You can just scroll and change the color here. Background is below in your door pockets. In that area, you can control the brightness as well, and here you can do it in the footwell. In your footwell, you will have a different color. So 3 customizable colors which you can use. Then you have your air cabin filter for air quality, something which has become very important after COVID. Back here, different Apple, you get Apple CarPlay, you have a wireless charger out here, you get 4-zone climate control, you have a massive panoramic sunroof, nice stubby gear lever. Your front seats come with massage function. They can be electrically adjusted in 22 different ways. So it's got the works. Nice feel to the steering. The steering wheel is also new, similar to the one on the bigger Range Rover. Playing around with the menus again. Here you go. This is completely for your off-road settings. Yeah, and you can go back to your home screen. So that's a quick look at what the PV Pro screen is all about. Another cool feature, the clear vision rear view mirror out here. Just flip it and you have cameras mounted on the roof of the Range Rover. So you have a clear vision of what you can see behind. Go back to your regular, you just flip it and you have your regular mirror. Very, very useful in our road conditions, and it looks super cool. So this is the front, and so let's take a look at the back seats now. What's new at the back? Right, so now here I am in the back seat of the new Range Rover. First up, superb again, panoramic sunroof, more legroom than before. Of course, I'm not the yardstick for legroom as much because I'm a short person, but still, I've had seen a 6-footer sit in here right next to me, and legroom is quite a lot. You don't get an electronic armrest like the Range Rover, but you do get a manual one. 2 cup holders, you get a storage space here. The cool thing is, even your backrest of this can recline up to 37 degrees at the max, so you can really relax. Another addition, manual sun blinds. You have reading lights which you can adjust to the level of dimming. Nice leather grab handles. Everything feels so premium out here. So everything from the seat controls to the locks. You have AC vents right here. You have AC vents right here as well. Nice cool air directly onto your face. And yeah, Even though it's a sport, it's pretty much loaded to the brim, and it's very much close to the bigger Range Rover in terms of equipment and fit and finish levels now. So overall, a great package if you're not looking to buy the long wheelbase version. So coming to the engines, two engine options in India on offer currently on the 2022 Range Rover Sport: a 3-liter inline 6 diesel and a 3-liter inline 6 petrol, which is what you see here. Good for 394 horsepower and 550 Newton meters of torque. There is a plug-in hybrid available internationally. It might come to India soon, I don't know when. But on the other hand, I do hope there comes an SVR version in India, because I so fondly remember the previous gen SVR which I had driven, and that was one hell of a beast. So I can imagine what it can do to the newer one. So there you have it, the 2022 Range Rover Sport. Superb looking, all the Range Rover traits that it's known for. Much more spacious, looks so much more like and feels like the its elder brother, the Vogue, the long wheelbase. I just can't wait to drive it. Hope that happens soon. And once I do that, I'll definitely bring you details and a complete in-depth review. Till then, signing off. Do like this video and subscribe to the channel. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.